Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we have my October Bookopoly TBR. Before we get into October's books, let's see how I did with September. And I'm going to say now, I didn't do very well. I have read 15 books so far during September. However, I've only read 2 off of my TBR. Yeah, it's like currently like the 29th, I think, the 30th. It's the 30th of September, so today's the last day of September, but let's get through the books. So for roll number 1, last month I landed on Mood Read and I picked The Swordcatcher and I didn't like it, so yeah. For roll number 2 I landed on Romance and I picked The Final Offer. That's not here currently, that is currently at the library because it had to be returned and I didn't finish it. For roll number 3 I got Fantasy and that was Silver in the Bone, which I finished the other day and I just haven't taken it out of the jacket yet. I enjoyed it and I can't wait to read the sequel, which I have an e-arc of. And for roll number 4, because we had a double last month, for roll number 4 I landed on Library Book and I picked Lock Every Door, but I decided that I wanted to read that during October because, you know, it was a thriller mystery and things, so I switched to this instead, Little Girl Lost by Casey Watson. I've started it, I'm like about 30 pages in. I started it this morning. I will finish this tonight, so I will be able to mark that one off and I will be able to say that I've read 2 of the books for 3 of the books for September's TBR by the time, you know, like by the end of the day, which would mean, you know, October tomorrow. But I picked this instead because I was a bit fed up of fantasy, so I didn't want to read any more fantasy. I'm not in the mood for romance right now, so I didn't want to pick up a different romance book instead of The Final Offer to read. And I thought that Lock Every Door would be a better read for October because, you know, it's a thriller, horror, mystery, crimey type book. So yeah, I added that to my October TBR instead, and I picked Little Girl Lost instead. So yeah, I will have finished these 3 by the time the this October rolls around. Will I be picking a punishment book? Nope. I will not, because I'm probably not going to get through the 3 books that are going to be on my TBR for next month, so we'll see. I do have a bunch of e-arcs that I need to read next month, but let's get into the rolls for October. We have our board, our cards, Donatello, which belongs here, and our dice. So let's get into the rolls. So roll number 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Fantasy. So for roll number 1, I rolled a 6 and landed on Fantasy, and I have picked Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I do have the audiobook for this, which is great, which means I can read and listen at the same time, or when I'm going to my martial art class I can listen to it on my way and I can get through it that way. That's how I managed to get through The Swordcatcher, and a couple of other books I listened to the audiobooks for last month. I'm not sure what it's about, but I've heard people talking about this and like saying that they really enjoyed it, so I decided I wanted to give it a try. My library had a copy I could get out, I got it. I was able to get the audiobook for it as well at the same time, so yeah, that's book 1. Roll number 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, sequel. For roll number 2, I rolled a 4 and landed on sequel, and I am picking my e-arc, The Mirror Beast by Alexandra Bracken. I really enjoyed Silver in the Bone, and this book is going to continue with that series, and I can't wait to find out what happens next. I'm excited. So I don't have that book because it's an e-arc, so I will put a picture on the screen of what it looks like. So this is the one I'm reading this month. And for roll number 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A thriller, mystery, crime or horror. For roll number 3, I rolled an 11 and landed on thriller, mystery, crime, horror section, which was good because it means I get to put Lock Every Door by Riley Seigler in my TBR instead of adding it to my TBR for the month. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's again another one I don't really know much about, other than I saw a couple, I think it was like one booktuber reading it, and she was like reading it at night time, and she's like, yeah, don't read it at night time because it's pretty scary. But I'd fall asleep listening to crime shows and stuff, so I could probably read this at night time too. And it's not that long. I've decided, you know, because I can read this as an audiobook, it's fine. I don't mind the fact that it's nearly 600 pages long. This one, I think it's like 350, 400 pages, something like that. I want to get more into more like thriller reads, just to get me out of my fantasy like vibes. I wanted to try something different. I've heard good things about it because the person who was scared at night reading this book said that she liked it. So we picked this one. So they are my 3 books that I will be adding to my TBR, but I will be adding the September Fairy Loot book, which is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle. I unboxed it like 2 days ago and I can't remember what it's about. I think it's about a girl who's like, I think she's trying to get revenge for the death of one or both of her parents or something, and she's like hiding her magic away. I don't know, it sounded really interesting and I can't wait to read it, and you know, it's really, really pretty. That is my TBR for this month. Fantasy sequel, Lock Every Door, which is thriller, mystery, horror, and the add-on extra, which I always add on, is my Fairy Loot book of the previous month. So yeah, this is my TBR for this month. I'm looking forward to reading them, especially this one because it's something different than what I normally read. So yeah, that's my TBR for this month. Let me know what is on your October TBR, and I hope you have a great spooky season. That is it from me. Like I said, let me know what you're reading this spooky season, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.